Hello, this is Candy with eyes2jesus.blogspot.com and welcome to my August planner setup. And the planner that I am currently in for the month of August is this. And this is a personal size, genuine leather Mo-Term planner. And if you've watched many of my planner videos, you know that I love the personal size Mo-Term planners. I get mine from Amazon, and to get them off of Amazon, you can get them fairly quick, sometimes with 2-day shipping on Prime, but you're going to have to keep checking regularly because they go out of stock fast and there's different colors available. I've got some of their two-toned ones, and my favorite's actually the ones that are not two-toned because it has a better pocket configuration. So with the non-two-toned, with the better pocket configuration, I have black and I have pink. So currently, as you can see, I am in the black. So going inside. All right, pockets. So in this front pocket here, I just have a couple of journaling cards sticking out, and then a little ollie clip is clipped on there. And then this little side pocket in there, I just have a little plastic insert that holds some of my cards. And in this flat pocket here, I don't have anything in there right now, but that's where I like to just throw in a bit of spending cash when I have it. And then this zipper pocket here has some change in it. Alright, so my front welcome page or dashboard is a trimmed down mini happy planner cover. It says you are exactly where you need to be today, but right now I just have some sticky notes on there on some scriptures that I'm currently studying and that I like to read every day. And then on the other side of that, I just have some sticky notes. So it's like a dashboard, so I can stick notes wherever I need to. And then I have a current couples picture of my husband and I. And then the other side of that is a current family picture. And then after that, I have several sheets of paper. It says the shopping list at the top. And this is where I just keep my running grocery lists. Whenever I run low or out of something, I just write it here. And then the day before I plan to get groceries, I will go ahead and then use this and my menu and my master grocery list to help me make a grocery list that I like to put in order of the aisles in the store in which I shop. And yeah, this grocery list paper, I just trim it down from a notepad I have. It's one of those magnetic notepads that you can stick on the fridge, and that's where I got this from. And it's already pretty much the proper width, so I just trimmed it a bit shorter and punched it, and it goes in, and it's cute. Okay, now after that we come to my first main divider. I have 5 main dividers in here. So my first main divider is labeled Home. And this is my homemaking section. And all of my main dividers here are just old trimmed down Target dollar spot dividers. Alright, and then I have a couple of binder clips clipped on Home, and I have my secondary pen clipped in here. This is just a basic Staples ballpoint pen. This is my check writing pen, my form filling pen, and my backup pen in case my main pen runs out of ink if I'm out and about. Then I got a backup pen. Alright, so going inside Home, my first page in here is a list of my daily chores. And the other side of that page is a list of my children's cleaning chores. And then this other sheet of paper is Children's Paid Chores Tracker. And this is something where I use to keep track so that when they do chores that they get paid for, I can keep track of how many they've done so I know how much to pay them at the end of the week. So after that, I have an envelope here called Paid Chores, and I just stick some money in there so that when they get paid for their chores at the end of the week, I can grab the money from their Paid Chores envelope and pay out their money to them. And then after that is the children's table chores. And then after that, I have my deep cleaning and organization projects. And then the page facing that's my master grocery list. I have a little top flag sticking on the top of that because if I grab it and flip right past it, it brings me to my menu for the week. And I plan our breakfast, lunches, suppers, and sides for each week. And after that's actually more of my master grocery list. And then after that, I have a list of breakfast ideas and lunch ideas. And then also a list of supper ideas. And my breakfast, lunch, and supper ideas, I also have listed usually an average of 2 suggested sides per each meal idea. And then after that, I just have written down my typical Thanksgiving and New Year's menus. And then after that, we come to my recipes. My recipes take up the rest of my homemaking section. Here's the table of contents to my recipes. My recipes are page numbered, and I currently have them on pink paper, which is kind of fun. So just turning randomly in my recipes section, here's what that looks like. And recipes take up the rest of my homemaking section. So now we move to my next divider, which is labeled school. Now, I am a homeschooling mother of 4. 2 of my children have graduated, and my 2 children still doing homeschool are both doing high school now. And yes, all 4 of my children are/will be homeschooled all the way through. So this school section is my homeschooling section. So the first page in there is our current homeschool schedule. And then the next 3 pages after that is our homeschool course of study. Basically the curriculum chart for the current school year. And what I do is the first column just lists the subject that's being taught. The next column lists how often is it being taught every day, or is it only being taught twice a week. And then the third column lists the books being used or any other materials and any other notes on that subject. So after that, I have a list of copy work assignments. And this is because I homeschool my children via the Trivium method, always have, always will. And so that also involves copy work and dictation and narration, written narration, etc. So this is our copy work list for the year. And after that, we have their reading lists. And then after that, yeah, just some blank notebook paper for when I need to write in any notes or write in anything extra. And that brings me to my next divider, which is labeled budget. And then here on the budget divider, I have a little magnetic bookmark. That's because sometimes I need to clip things in my budget section, so I just keep that there for when I need it. And the first page in my budget section is called Budget Guide, and I have our regular reoccurring expenses listed here and assigned to which paycheck during the month, which expenses get paid on. And then also on the inside of my divider, I just have a sticky note there that is just a key or a note for me about my budgeting envelopes. All right, so after budget guide, the rest of my budget section is just filler paper. I don't have any forms or charts or printouts. It's just random filler paper. And then at the top of the sheet of filler paper, I write down the date of the current check. I look at my budget guide to see which reoccurring expenses are assigned to that check. I will write them down and their approximate totals. I will then look at my calendar and I'll see, well, what's coming up during the period of that check that's going to be more money, and I will write that down as well. And then I just keep a running total of how much money we have right here. So my husband knows if he wants to know how much money we actually have in the bank, turning to my budget section here in my planner is even more up to date than an online banking statement. All right, so move on to my next section. My next divider is labeled Notes. And this is my full and complete notebook. So if I need to take notes on anything, it goes in here. So the first section here inside my notebook is a page called Table of Contents, and I have a whole bunch of pages numbered here in notes. And this is just where I have things that I like to reference, but that I don't need too often, but that I like to have in my planner. So, you know, things like gift ideas, a perpetual calendar, family information, directions how to get to certain places, phone numbers, addresses, etc. So the pages are numbered, and my table of contents tells me where to find all these various things. And then I have a few flags and a few sections in here for pages that I turn to the most often, so I can just flip to them quickly and easily when needed. And then after that, I just have brain dump, or I just write down, scribble, scrabble, things on my mind, scratch paper basically, ideas I'm trying out, brainstorming, etc. And then after that, I just have some extra blank filler paper. And this is for when I need more filler paper somewhere in my planner, be it if I need it for a grocery list, I need it in school, or for budgeting, to write in an extra recipe, whatever it may be. This is where I keep my extra filler paper. Okay, now my last main divider is labeled Planning. And so this is obviously more of the planner portion of my planner. So inside planning, I have all of the year 2020 month on 2 pages in here. And I have in here the Kathy Davis month on 2 pages by day timer. So this is August, so I flip to my August divider and it looks like this. And then here is my August calendar. And then I have a bookmark sticking at the top. That brings me to today. I plan usually 1 page per day. I am not using any special printouts or inserts for planning. I just use random filler paper. So here is today. And then here's my handy page marker. I have my master schedule. It's laminated. And on the other side, and the other side is the rest of my master schedule. Of course, laminated. And then next to that, I have another dashboard. So this is a spot. This is a laminated sheet of scrapbook paper where I can stick on notes. If I need more room for planning or I have some extra things, I can stick it on there. And so on the other side of this dashboard is sticky paper, sticky notes. All right, so let's turn to a blank page. And you'll see I date out every page for the whole month. So that I can jump ahead and just write things in. And basically my usual mode of planning is right here. I will write down my to-dos and my tasks, and I'll do different shaped bullets for different things, and that's just mentally for me so that I don't get lost in my lists in case they get long, and the bullets help me see what type of task it is. Generally, I will do a square, but I will do like a triangle if it's a timed thing or an appointment. I will do like a diamond shape if it's something that I need to remind someone else to do or delegate to someone else, etc. All right, and then if it's like an emergency or a major important thing, then the bullet will be something like a circle with an exclamation point in it. Okay, and then over here next to that, I will then I use dot bullets, and then I'll just write out my timed things or appointments with their time, and then I will synchronize these timed things with the alarms on my watch. All right, and then down here is where I write down our breakfast, lunch, and supper for that day. So I just look at the menu section in my homemaking section to see what the meals are planned for the day, and then I write them down here. And then if there's any food preparations, I call it food preps or FP in my planner, that I need to do for the next day or two's meals. Like if we're going to have granola for breakfast the next day, then I will need to make granola the day before, so it'll be ready. So then I would just put down here also what food preps I would need to do for the next day or two's meals, if anything. All right, and then underneath that, I write down my cleaning tasks for the day. I get that from my homemaking section, my daily chores section. And then next to that, I'll write down the children's cleaning chores assigned for that day. And then at the bottom, I usually do some tracking, and I'm always tracking something. Usually it's financial or health or both or some type of project that I am doing. And then I'll usually have some extra space, and I'll use that extra space for if I'm food journaling, which I do off and on, just to make sure that I'm eating well enough, that I'm eating balanced enough, that I'm eating enough, and if there's any foods that I'm having a reaction to, then I can track it because I journal what I eat often. So that's mainly how I do my day in 1 page. And like I said, if I need extra room for a particular day, that's what I have this dashboard for, so that I can just stick on sticky notes here and keep on trucking. And I have enough blank sheets of paper in here for a day per 1 page for 1 month at a time. So moving past all those planning things, after all of the planning pages and after all of the months, I have a sheet of paper that at the top is labeled Future Planning 2021 Plus, and I already have several things written on that. And then after that, I actually have a piece of wallpaper, and between that are top loading pockets, and those top loading pockets contain my budgeting envelopes. So I have them for groceries, clothes, health, cars, house, birthdays and holidays, and extra. And after that, I have a back page lifter, and on that back page lifter I have arrows, tabs, flags, and labels of reoccurring things. And these labeled things are things that I'll stick on my master schedule in the appropriate time slots. For example, crock pot would be if I have something in the crock pot and sitting in the fridge that I want to the next morning get out and turn on the crock pot and have that slow cook all day, then I'll stick this crock pot label in my morning routine section on my master schedule. All right, and then after that, we come to my back pockets. So this bottom card slot here, I just have Avery dots, Avery labels, and whole reinforcement stickers in case any of my pages rip out. And then these next few slots are my 2 main cards that I like to have easily accessible. This slot actually just has some notes in it for some reference numbers for some things that I'm working on. And then up here is my washi card. All right, and then this side flat pocket, I just got some Dollar Tree stickers that I use very sparingly and very rarely, but I like to have them handy just in case. And the big back pocket, I have car insurance papers, my husband's work schedule, some bills that are waiting to be paid, and some Bible study notes. And I love this big pocket because I can take a regular size sheet of paper and I just need to fold it in half once and it goes right in here. So this gives me a big planner benefit, yet I'm still carrying a nice small planner that fits well in my purse. So I have my wallet in here, I have my full notebook in here, I have my home management binder in here, I've got my full planner in here, and I've got a nice spot where I can stick in mail or papers when I'm out and about. Everything is in here. Have a blessed day.